Welcome to my German room. We're here for another wine tasting, and how appropriate that we are tasting Pinot Noir tonight, which is actually a French wine, but it's more produced in Germany. I didn't know that, and that was a little fun fact. In France, Burgundy is the name for Pinot Noir. Experts say it's the same grape as Pinot Grigio and Pinot Blanc, just a bit of a varietal. So interesting little fun fact for you there. Anyway, so tonight we're going to taste 3 Pinot Noirs. Again, as always, I have my trusty wine journal, which is so very important to have, so you can note down what wines you like and what wines you didn't like, and what wines you want to remember. The older you get, the more you need those reminders, believe me. Anyway, so tonight let's go for the lineup. I have 3 wonderful Pinot Noirs. 2 are from California and 1 is from Chile. I will give you the prices as I give you each wine. So the first one we have is a coastal Pinot Noir. Coastal Pinot Noir, and it is made by BV. It retails for between $7 and $8 in Ohio, depending on where you get it. The second wine in the lineup is going to be a Trader Joe's wine. It is a Pinot Noir Reserve, and it is from Sonoma area of California. This one retails for about $10 a bottle at Trader Joe's in Ohio. I know everybody in every state who shops at Trader Joe's may not have the ability to get wine at Trader Joe's, but for those of you who can get wine at Trader Joe's, that's where I got this bottle. And then the final bottle is from Chile, and it is called Agustinos, plural, Agustinos Reserva, retailing for about $12 a bottle. A note about the vintage of each bottle. The BV is from 2017. The Trader Joe's Pinot Noir is also from 2017. However, the Agustinos Chilean Pinot Noir, I guess it's been on my rack a while. This is a 2014 vintage, so I'm going to be very interested to see how it differs in taste. And if we have time at the end, I have a little bonus that we'll do. Well, we'll see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pour the wine and check out the aroma of the wine. Part of the wine experience and taste and enjoyment is indeed the aroma of the wine. One other thing about red wine glasses and Pinot Noir glasses specifically, making sure that you had a bowl shaped. So this is the wine glass I picked. It's a different kind of glass than I would use for a Cabernet Sauvignon, which is a much bigger one. This one has a little bit less of a bowl, but I did want to pick glasses that were similar. You can use whatever wine glasses you have. Certainly don't go ahead and buy new wine glasses just to enjoy wine. Even the stemless wine glasses they said are good because those have that bowl shaped. It's kind of a barrel shaped, I believe I was reading. Well, let's go ahead and pour the wine. First I'm going to pour the Coastal Pinot Noir Reserve, and we're going to check out the color. Okay. And I remember this wine tasting video that I am just tasting it. So I don't want to pour too much. I'm going to try to remember to not pour too much. And let's first look at the color. Okay. Now the Pinot Noir is a light red. So you've got a little bit lighter color and it's good to swirl. I also read that you could decant it for up to an hour before you go ahead and drink it. I did not do that because I wanted the experience of pouring it to be on the video. So I'm gonna let some air get to it, so some of the aromas are going to be released a little better. And I'm going to go ahead and pour wine number 2, which is the Trader Joe's. It says Caneros Pinot Noir. Let's go ahead and pour it. Okay. And again, we've got that luscious red berry look, very light red. It looks wonderful. And again, I'll give it a nice swirl. Always swirl with the stem on the table. You don't want to go spilling your wine and swirling it onto your clothes or your friends. Okay. And then let the aromas release with the oxygen as it interchanges. And let's give the last wine a pour into the glass, the Agustinos Pinot Noir. It says it's from the Red River Valley of Chile. Okay, so I don't know much about that region. Again, I'm not a wine expert. I'm just a wine enthusiast. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this Chilean red Pinot Noir. Here we go. And again, we have that luscious red berry, raspberry plum cranberry look. It's so beautiful. And I'll give it a little swirl. Now that all the wines have had an opportunity to interact with oxygen, the air, and I'm hoping that some of the aromas have been released. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in my wine journal what the appearance of each wine is. So I'll do that, and I'm going to go first to the BV, smoky light red on the Trader Joe's Reserve. We've got, again, this deep ruby red elements in addition to a light red. And then finally, I'm going to just write down the appearance on this Agustinos Chilean red, and it's a little bit more plummy looking to me, or cranberry. I'll be right back, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the aroma followed by the taste of each wine, and I'll give you my impressions. So I'll be right back. And I'm back, fellow wine enthusiasts. Fun fact, did you know that Pinot Noir actually means pine night, or black, pine black? And it refers to, it's a French word, Pinot Noir, as you probably guessed, but it refers to the way the grapes grow and how they cluster on the vine. So the grapes are very, very dark black grapes. That's the noir part. And they grow almost like a pine shape and in tight clusters. And that's the Pinot part. And that's how Pinot Noir got its name. Pretty cool, right? Okay, well, let's go ahead and taste this pine dark wine, or Pinot Noir, as we like to say it. I'm going to first taste the BV Coastal Pinot Noir. So first we do the aroma and give it one more swirl. So it's had a little bit of time to interact with air. So it should have a little bit more release of flavors than when I first poured it a little while ago. All right, so here we go. Okay, so first impression is fruit, berries, big lush like blackberries I'm getting. And then I'm getting a little bit of like a woods undertone. Okay, and I'll give it a taste now. Let me write down my impressions. Fruit. There's something else I'm getting in there. Almost like a metallic, I guess it's maybe like that smoky woodsy undertone. Woodsy. Okay, so let's give it a try. That's lovely. Very, very beautiful, beautiful fruit. Light tannins. And a nice finish of fruit. And I'm telling you, for $8 a bottle, it's a nice Pinot Noir. It's really, really pretty nice. So let me write down my impressions of that wine. Remember, write it down. So important. Good balance. Great value. I guess I'm just not hard to I guess I'm easy to please when it comes to wine taste. I'm not a wine snob. I'm just a wine enthusiast. So in between my tastes, I have my water cracker. And you do that to cleanse your palate so that you don't confuse the flavors with the first wine with the flavors of the second wine. Here we have the Trader Joe's Carneros Reserva. I'm going to give it a little bit more interchange with air. This is different. It doesn't quite bang you in the face with the fruit like the first one did, but you definitely get fruit. Cherries. I'm thinking cherries and wood. Cherries and wood. A little leather maybe. I wish I had more time to let it even breathe more. I would probably get even more out of it. That's just what I've seen the experts do. Again, I'm not an expert. All right, so I'm going to write down my impressions of the aroma of the Trader Joe's Reserva Pinot Noir. Okay, let's go ahead and give this one a taste. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, so the first impression is lush, subtle fruit, not overly fruited. It's a great balance of fruit to tannins. It's definitely light. And what I also read about Pinot Noir is it's something that you can drink without food, although it does pair wonderfully with many different kinds of food. I also read that it's a crowd pleaser. If you're having a party and you're not sure which red to buy, Pinot Noir is one that's going to please a lot of your guests. So now that my impressions have been written down, I have my water cracker again, cleanse my palate because I don't want to color what the last Chilean Pinot Noir is going to taste like compared to what the California Trader Joe's Reserva Pinot Noir tasted like. Give it a swirl. Okay. Ooh. Oh, you have far fewer taste elements as compared to the number of elements in the nose and the aroma of what you can smell. And that's why the glass is important, and that's why the nose is so important, and to interchange your wine with oxygen. And why that's important is so that you can have the full experience of the taste of the wine through some of the aroma and flavors that come through just in the nose. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm getting when I breathe this one in. I'm getting gorgeous raspberry, perfectly light fruit, not overpowering fruit. I love this one. This one, I really love the nose on this one. It is just so pleasant. The balance of the fruit to the tannins that comes through in the nose. Okay, I'll give it a taste. Oh boy, is that good. So again, raspberry, berry, so light, so subtle tannins. This one is my favorite. As a quick little bonus, wanted to do just something for really, really fun. Now, summer is coming, and hopefully we'll be able to enjoy the outdoors and some friends in spite of COVID and the quarantine and isolation that we've all been experiencing. My hope is that this summer things will allow us to go out in small groups and experience some fun things outdoor with our friends. One of the things that makes me think of outdoors and concerts and music and sunsets and picnics and beaches is enjoying these things, music with wine. So sometimes you'll see people go and get these little tiny bottles of wine. And somebody gave this to me, and it is the Barefoot Pinot Noir. Now, I know it's not fair to compare Barefoot, which is a true value bargain brand of wine, to some of the better wines and some of the wines that you can only get in a full-size bottle. But I thought for fun, wouldn't it be something to just go ahead and pour the Barefoot and see how it compares with the other things I've tasted. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour this little tiny bit of Barefoot in here. I'm not giving it a lot of time to interact with the air, but you know, sometimes a bargain wine is not all that different than wines that you pay 10, 20, 40 or more for. Not all the time, but sometimes. The color is very similar, kind of a smoky red. The nose, I'm getting wood, almost like leaves, charcoal leaves, and subtle fruit. So this one is not bad, you guys. Okay, so it definitely has way more fruit. Pinot Noir is a dry wine, but this one is more fruity and more sweet, if you will, than the others I've tried. Not to say any of these wines, Pinot Noir is not a sweet wine, but this one definitely way more fruit, way more picnicky kind of atmosphere. And if you're going on a excursion outdoors and it calls for a nice little plastic small size bottle, not a bad choice. So there you go. So we've tasted 4 Pinot Noirs tonight. Listen, I'm not going to tell you my favorite because it really doesn't matter what my favorite is. What I encourage you to do is go out and try some wine of your own. See what you like, and remember, with wine, as I always say, there are no right or wrong answers in wine. What you like is what's important. So go ahead and have what you like. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I so appreciate it. I got to test out my new lavalier mic. That was what I was hoping to do tonight. And if you like, I will taste some other wines. If not, that's okay. I'll do another wine tasting when I have another piece of equipment to test out. But I really enjoyed being here with you tonight, so thank you. And salute, cheers, prost, and everything else you can say in every other language. Bye-bye.